So it's actually been 9 months since we took delivery of our Tesla Model Y. We have over 8,000 miles. I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity. It's a bright, sunny day here in tropical Ohio. It'd be a perfect opportunity to kind of go over some of everything we love about it. A couple things that we wish were kind of tweaked, but all in all, just kind of give everybody some insight if you were thinking about looking at getting one, if you wanted to kind of see what it's all about, what the EV evolution's all about, that sort of thing. But sit back, relax. You guys are watching the Tall Tesla Guy with Ben. So, like I said, we have 8,000 miles on the car, and we've had plenty of opportunity to enjoy everything that the EV world has to give us, everything that Tesla can do, the acceleration, the drive, the just sheer enjoyment of amazing 0 to 60. Driving in the snow, it did great for us. Driving long range, having a baby in the car, panoramic roof, everything that we just love about the car, we've had the opportunity to really enjoy that part of it. And I kind of wanted to talk about that today. I wanted to talk about just some things that we love and a couple things that we wish we could change. But I'm going to start out by saying right from the get-go, once you get it, you start watching videos online. I mean, most of my videos are positive. If you've seen any of my videos, you know that I love the car, I love Tesla, all that kind of stuff. But, most of the videos you see, it's talking about panel gaps, paint defects, interior issues, noise, all that kind of stuff. And I can tell you right from the start that we might have gotten lucky. I'm not sure. I love the car, so maybe that plays into it, but everything was great. Right, it's a vehicle, so it's never going to be anything perfect. I've yet to find a single vehicle that is perfect, but I will say that the driving excitement, the acceleration far outweighs any sort of issue that I found with the car right from the beginning. Right, so I want to get that out of the way right from the start. Just to kind of throw it out there. Right, so a couple of things that you're going to notice right off the bat when you get it. Obviously, there's no engine in it, so little things like what's underneath the trunk, what you have. Having two sub trunks, there's no transmission channel, anything like that. Things like that are going to jump right out at you. They're glaring if you're coming from ICE vehicles like I was. So things like this amazing space that you have in the front of the car where the engine typically would be. This is a storage accessory thing, but just in general, the space that you get in the car is unmatched. I can happily say that. And I've gone from larger SUVs to sports car-ish types of things to regular sedans, and I can say that there's nothing that has the space of the Tesla. And we have a toddler, as you guys know from maybe some other videos that that I've put out there. We have a 2-year-old baby, so she has so much stuff that comes with it in addition to an extremely large car seat. I am 6'5", so I take up more space than a normal person anyway, and I can tell you that I have plenty of room. I have plenty of headroom in it. This panoramic glass roof is just amazing, and then on top of that we have plenty of space for everything that she needs to do, everything that she needs, or everything we need her to do with us. There are a couple things that you're going to want to do, right? So there's 1,000,001 accessories. In fact, I have tons of videos in there about accessories. One of some of the things that I wish that I had gotten right when we got the vehicle that kind of add to the experience. Some of the storage things, they're always nice with the baby. But one thing I will say, before we even left the dealership, before we even left the showroom, we had an appointment to get ceramic coating, PPF, and window tint. I wanted the windows tinted, really for the baby. The car comes with a factory UV protection in the back. I guess it's not really a tint, but we did tint the windows and we tinted them to match. They look a lot darker in the image, but you can kind of see here. I mean, we have, 20% or something like that, 25%, maybe even 30 on the back windows. The top of the car comes heavily tinted as it is. This is a UV protection, or maybe this is the tempered glass too. Either way, you can't see through it, honestly. Similarly, the back, you're not gonna need to do anything there. You can't see through them at all. But we did tint the windows. We tinted the front like 80% or whatever it is, just to help with the glare. Nothing to do to block anything out. We did ceramic coat the entire thing, and then we got PPF on the side mirrors, the front of the car, the entire hood area, the lights, and then also the back, because we have a dog and he jumps in the car. as you kind of saw in the beginning, and we wanted to make sure and protect it. We wanted to make sure and protect it from when he jumps in the car. So little things like, you know, so little things like getting this ceramic coated, the bumper, so when he jumps in there, we don't have to worry about him scratching it, was something that was important to me. So we did that right from the start, right? So we had that appointment even before we, you know, got delivery. We set that up way ahead of time. We had about 6 weeks before, you know, when we pulled the trigger on the official order to when we actually took delivery anyway. So it was plenty of time to get some of this stuff lined up. So, you know, PPF ceramic and tint was definitely one of those key things. We had plenty of time to order some accessories. So if you guys look out there and you see stuff like, you know, screen protectors for the infotainment screen, you want to get some of these storage compartment stuff, you're going to see things like this. It's just a storage compartment. You have such a big sub trunk on there. We wanted to make sure we utilize it. So we bought things like that. You know, the storage compartment things. This is a from Tesmanian. It's a you know, a mat protector. It does actually come. The car actually comes with carpet floor mats, but we wanted all weather mats because we live in Ohio and we get salt and everything like that. So, you know, I have a link down in the description below from Tesmanian. They have some fantastic mats. I really love them. Love the way that they fit. They stay in place, all that kind of stuff. And then obviously with a dog, you need to have a seat protector. And it goes to show the amazing amount of storage that you have in the car, because you can put all this stuff in there and you never even see it. In fact, I've got another video too where they make this cooler. It's really a thermoelectric cooler, but it plugs into this convenient 12-volt outlet that's back here, and you can have you know, a mini fridge in the back of the car, which is just, it's just amazing. I love that part of it. So, you know, definitely give yourself time to get these accessories. You have time between when you order to when you actually take delivery, so make sure and get that kind of stuff. You know, there are a couple of things that, other than the floor mats, which are definitely key, I like the ceramic tint and PPF, but that's not something you have to do. It's just something we wanted to do to protect the paint, to protect the car, you know, the longevity of it, that sort of thing. I mean, they talk about Teslas having a 1,000,000-mile battery. You know, with the regen braking, you hardly ever need to use the brakes, so these brake pads could last 100,000 miles, depending on how you drive, that sort of stuff. So we wanted to do things to protect it, so that when we get to that point, if it's still running, then we know that we're good to go with it. So, you know, another thing that we got to are these mud flaps. You can kind of see them here. We got the 2 front ones, and then the 2 back ones go behind the back tires. They were super easy to install. It took me about 10 minutes, but it helps kind of protect this rocker panel. And you can kind of see here that it's flat, and then it bumps out right here. This is part of the design of the Tesla, and it's designed like that for aerodynamics or whatever, you know, design, styling, that sort of stuff. But nonetheless, it is a rock magnet back there. You go on a couple of long road trips and you'll notice chips in the paint and everything like that. In fact, a lot of people will put a PPF strip over there. We didn't do it, so we opted for these mud flaps, and they seem to help. I noticed they help with some of the mud that goes up there and stuff like that. And then these are just the stock tires. These are the 19-inch, just regular standard issue tires. Comes with these aero hubcaps that you can pop off, and then you've got a completely new design, you know, kind of rim underneath it. We keep them on all the time. My wife likes them, so it's a win-win kind of thing there. But, you know, people talk all the time with the Tesla. They talk about the technology, right? They talk about the technology, and you notice it as soon as you get into the car. That infotainment screen is huge anyway, but there's stuff all over the car. There are these radar sensors all over it. This is actually to tow it, but there's radar sensors all over it. You have cameras, and you can kind of see there's cameras up there in addition to a light sensor. There's cameras in the B-pillars on the back part of it. There's a camera in the back of the car. Both sides has B-pillar cameras. You know, there's 8 of them. There's 8 cameras throughout the entire car that helps with, you know, autopilot if you go into full self-driving, you know, that kind of thing. And then on top of that, when you're driving around in general, you can turn on the cameras and look at it as part of the technology in the car, which is super nice. It's nice to be able to see that kind of thing. Now, we don't have full self-driving. We did not opt for that. That's going to be a preference thing. It wasn't the $10,000 that we wanted to spend at the time when we got the car. We just didn't do it. We did not for the full self-driving. So we have the standard issue autopilot, which is amazing. It's got lane centering technology. It has traffic aware cruise control. You know, if you're in traffic heading up from downtown or something like that, super nice. We really like it. And, you know, jumping into the car, I mean, it's not hard to see that there's so much space in here. I mean, I enjoy the space of the car in general. I enjoy the headroom that I have here, this panoramic roof. I talked about it a little bit, and I can't talk about it enough. It's amazing to look out at. We have our baby seat back there, and she actually, you know, the entire drive home, she will sit there and stare out that window, pointing out planes and trees and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, we definitely like the way that it looks. We like the way that it kind of goes in there. And then on top of that, I mean, it just brings you into this amazing infotainment screen. You know, Tesla is known for their minimalistic design and interior design. And as you can see, there's nothing. You don't even have, these are actually the air vents, but you don't have the standard rotator dial vents or anything like that. It is basically just here. You control everything through the screen here. From here, you can actually change the directional flow of the air vents. And then on top of that, it actually saves it within your driver profile. So things like that are just fantastic and neat. It's got things like dog mode, camping mode. Dog mode will actually put an alert on the screen that says, hey, my owners will be back here in a minute. The temperature's set to this. I'm okay, I'm safe. So you don't have people smashing your window if you're at the store and the dog is in the car, and you are keeping it at a good temperature for him. In addition to that, there's camp mode. It'll turn on a fireplace while you're sitting in here. It actually turns on the heat for you to whatever you're looking to put it at, and you can sleep in the car. I put in a video about you know, whether or not somebody as ridiculously tall as I am would be able to fit in the car, and I can. There's just so much space with the 68 cubic feet of cargo space in this car that you have plenty of room to kind of stretch out. And you know, the technology in the car is something that draws a lot of people to it. They really like, in addition to the space, they like having everything there. Over-the-air updates are a huge part of the Tesla experience. You know, making sure you have, you know, good Wi-Fi connection, or you can find Wi-Fi connection so that you can download these updates is definitely key. And then you get these updates and they can do everything from adding mileage to the car, you know, range, changing the features, you know, adding things like games and stuff like that to it, and it just kind of spruces it up a little bit. So it definitely makes it exciting. And I can say, you know, happily, looking back at these last 8,000 miles, last 9 months, if you know, I were to do it again, would I buy another Tesla? Would I buy another Tesla Model Y? And I can happily say that I definitely would. In fact, I converted my wife as well. She wasn't as much of a Tesla fan from the start as I was, but I don't know as though anybody is. So, you know, coming into that, I'd say that, you know, at this point, she is happy with the car. She loves it. She loves the way that it drives, it looks, all that kind of stuff. And she's definitely a convert. So, you know, if you guys made it to this part of the video, really appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys tuning in every week and catching up on the videos. You guys know the routine. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Lets me know the kind of videos you guys like to see. I really hope you guys are having a fantastic day, week, month so far, and that you're staying safe out there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.